You are welcome to today's video lesson with Bright Edo. In today's lesson, I'll be discussing about empirical and molecular formula calculations dealing with vapor density. Now, this is very important, okay? This aspect of empirical and molecular formula is very important. You have to pay close attention to every single steps that will be followed here in this video lesson in solving questions on this aspect. Okay, I already have video lessons that talked about empirical formula proper and also molecular formula proper. Okay, so you do well to go watch those video lessons. I'm going to put the link to access those video lessons in the description section, so you go check out the video. But watching this video right now is very important. Okay, so let's read out the question and solve this question together. So after solving, I'm going to give you your own practice question to practice with, and you provide the answer in the comment section below. So the question says, an organic compound has an empirical formula of CH2O and a vapor density of 45. What is the molecular formula of the compound? Now, this question is very, very easy. Now, first of all, we have to know what empirical formula is and also have to know what molecular formula is. Now, this must be noted. Empirical formula is the simplest form a compound can exist. The simplest way that compound can exist is called the empirical formula, while molecular formula has to do with the actual way that particular compound exists. Now, with this said, looking at this, the question says an organic compound has an empirical formula of this. This is the simplest form this compound can exist. I cannot break this thing further. Okay, there's no way we can divide through all these atoms and we'll get another values. This is the simplest way CH2 can exist. We can't break it further. That's why it's called the empirical formula. And now, in questions of this sort, we'll be giving vapor density. This is very important. This is where we are working towards. To give us vapor density in the question, and they will now be asking, we should get the molecular formula. Now, to do this is very easy. We have to take note of a formula, which I'm to write here on the board. Now, to solve questions of this sort, we have to do this. First of all, we must write this. We will simply write empirical formula. You put it in a bracket and simply write N. This number or this symbol N is what we are trying to determine. As I explain, you get to understand better. So empirical formula in a bracket N is equal to molecular formula. This is very important. Empirical formula N is equal to what? Molecular formula. So next thing we have to do is to go to the question and bring out the empirical formula. What's the empirical formula in the question? CH2O. You can see how it works. So N is equal to molecular formula, and this is what we are trying to determine as stated by the question. So moving further, this expression written here, I will change it. Okay, I'm going to change how this is written. Now, you follow. So you simply write this again, empirical. Okay, for me to write formula, I will change it to something which is empirical mass in a bracket. You close the bracket and still write your N here. You write this, molecular mass. Okay, though we are trying to get molecular formula, but we have to know their respective masses. Now, how do we get first, watch, it's very, very easy. So how do we get our molecular mass and how do we get our empirical mass? We have to go back to the question. And now, what's this question relating? Vapor density. Now, this must be noted. It must be noted that to get molecular formula, to get molecular mass, okay, because we are trying to get both masses. Getting this value will get our N, and we are good to go in solving this question. Very, very easy. So, as I earlier said, to get a molecular mass, you simply say molecular mass is equal to vapor density times 2. Please take note of this. It's very important. To get a molecular mass is what? Vapor density times what? 2. Now, as stated by the question, what's the vapor density? The vapor density is 45 and times what? 2. We'll get our what? Molecular mass. Okay, it is not difficult, it is very easy. So molecular formula times 2 will get what now? Vapor density times 2 will get our molecular mass. So this value, which is 45 times 2, that is 90. Okay, so we've gotten our molecular mass to be what? 90. Whereby for our empirical mass, how do we get our empirical mass? To get your empirical mass, you use your empirical formula. And what's the empirical formula given in the question? CH2O. Very easy. You simply come here and get your empirical mass. To get empirical mass, like solving it's like solving molar mass of a compound. Now, what are the atomic mass? What are the elements involved in this compound? There are 3 elements: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Whereby the atomic mass of carbon is 12, the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So with this, we have 12 plus, we are trying to get our empirical mass. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. I've shortened the word, empirical mass rather. Okay, so with this, 12 plus 1, which is our molar mass, times 2 plus what? 16. So what are we having? 12 plus 2 plus 16. Okay, empirical mass. So 12 plus 2 plus 16, that's 30. Okay, 30 grams per mole. So you have to take note of that. So the empirical mass now is what? 30. So moving further, to get our n, because we need this n to get our molecular formula, you can see the question mark here we are trying to drive towards. So what you simply do is just go back to your empirical mass column, and what did you get as our empirical mass? We got 30 n is equal to molecular mass. Remember, to get molecular mass is vapor density times 2, and what's that? 90. So next thing we do, we divide both sides by the coefficient of n. This is something you must take note. So I'm dividing. What's the coefficient of n? 30. So I'll divide both sides by what? 30. So 30 cancel 30, remaining just n. So n will now be equal to 90 over 3. Okay, 90 over 30 rather. So 90 over 30, that is 3. Okay, so with this, our n value is equal to what? 3. So how do we now get our molecular mass? We have to impute the n value we had initially. And what was the n value? 3. So with this 3 we times everything inside bracket, I will get our molecular formula. It is not difficult at all. So 3 times in this one, that there is an invisible one here. So what are we having? C3. Okay, 3 times in 2, what are we having? 6. H6O, and 3 times in this, what's this? That is 3 also. So you can see this is the molecular formula of this compound with empirical formula, giving the vapor density to be 45. It is not difficult, it is very easy. Okay, so I'm going to give you your own practice questions to solve and provide the answer in the comment section. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you click the subscribe button to this video, and also share these video lessons with your friends to help one another. Okay, and also do well to like the video lesson, because when you like and also share, it makes other persons see the video lesson more. Okay, so as to help as much persons. Okay, so I'm going to give you your own practice questions so you practice with and provide the answer in the comment section. Okay guys, this is the practice question you will be solving, and you provide the answer in the comment section. Now you can see the question says an organic compound has an empirical formula of this. Now you have to be careful here. Even if you are not seeing oxygen, it doesn't really matter. Work with what you are given. Not because you are I solved with 3 elements and you are not saying that there's 2 elements given here. So you have to basically work with what you are given. Here is just CH3. It can be anything. Okay, so here is CH3 for molecular for empirical formula. You put it there, is equal. You write your n. Just follow the steps and make here question mark, because this is what you are looking for. Follow through these steps. First of all, get your your molecular mass with the vapor density given the question, which is 15. I don't want to say much. I know you can be able to solve it. And you provide the answer in the comment section below. As earlier said, if you find this video helpful, do well to click the subscribe button and also share these lessons with your friends. Thanks for watching.